Alright guys, how's it going? It's Rage Gamer here, and today we're looking at launchers. How can you get gold and diamond easily on the launchers? We're going to be working toward that today. Today we're going to be specifically focusing on the first 9 camos for each of the 2 launchers. And the first 9 camos all to do with destroying score streaks. So the 9th camo is destroy 100 score streaks, so that's what you need to do for these challenges. And shout out to the sun. Obviously it's a very important star and it's required for all life on all planets. It's also someone who commented in the comment section of one of my videos, and he said, yo, what are the best ways to get launcher challenges for destroying score streaks? I'm finding it really hard to find any to take down. Sad face. So, you know, when I saw this I was like, okay, I have to find a way to do this for him, and I was like, don't worry dude, we're gonna get it sorted and we're gonna work through it. So that's what I've decided to do, and hopefully you guys find it useful. If you do, like, be awesome, and let's get on to today's video. So there's a lot more challenges now, you know, launchers and other secondary, so we've got a lot more challenges to do than I thought originally, because I didn't even realize these challenges existed. So what I'd suggest is that there's 2 routes you can take. Number 1, you go into the core playlist and go into kill confirmed. That isn't that great. That's what I've heard some people say. The second method, and this is a lot better, is if you go into the bonus playlist and go into Chaos Mosh Pit. 99% of the time, something like that, pardon me, there will be matches going into Nuketown, so you'll pretty much always go into Nuketown anyway. And the good thing about this is that it means that you get lots of, well, there's lots of enemies close to each other and friendlies close to each other. It's a very good map and playlist for getting kills, score streaks, etc. So it's brilliant for destroying score streaks. And so I've got lots of tips. So first thing straight off, go bonus, go Chaos Mosh Pit, go for Nuketown. Vote for things like Nuketown Domination, Nuketown Hardpoint, Nuketown Kill Confirmed. Those are probably the best 3 to vote for of all of them. And some of the other normal maps in the core playlist, you've got to be careful of, because if they're a bit big, then obviously it's going to take longer for people to find enemies, and hence that means that they're probably going to, you know, not get as many score streaks. So you want to be kind of packed together. And one of the other things I have to say straight off the bat is that in this video specifically, what you need to make sure is that you're not helping your teammates too much. And I know it sounds very weird, but you need to help the enemies a bit as well. You don't want to help them so much that they wreck you, but you want to help them a bit so they can get more score streaks. So let's start off with a basic class, and then I'll talk about other tips. Got some really useful tips. So if you guys don't really want the class, skip later on to the tips and that kind of thing. So with the class, I've gone for my standard Cuda. This is going to be a weapon that I'm going to stay alive with, and while there's no score streaks around, I'll just run around and maybe get some kills or something like that with this Cuda. So I've put some attachments on that. Really doesn't matter. But what I need to say right now is that you don't need to run around too much. Stay back a bit, let the enemies do their work, and try and help the enemies if you can in any way. Like I said, not too much, but just make sure you don't keep getting loads of kills, because otherwise you'll stop people from potentially getting score streaks and that kind of thing. So that's the problem. Don't kill too many people, just hold back a bit, run around the edge of the map or something like that. I don't know. Stay to one house and one side of the map. I don't know. Up to you, but just don't get too many kills, don't take too many flags, that kind of thing. Don't help your friendlies too much. Obviously the important bit is the launcher, the XM53, and I've gone with the XM50. Obviously it's either that or the black cell. And so what I've done is I've actually put on a lethal of a thermite, and what's that going to do is, number 1, if there's enemies that are in my way and I kind of need to stop them, if I need to shoot down any streaks and they're kind of going to kill me, I can put a little barrier there just with the thermite grenade. But the more important news is that, let's just say I've run out of rockets or RPGs, whatever you want to call them. Let's just say I can't get any ammo for them. What the best thing to do if there's score streaks up and about is to quickly kill yourself with a thermite grenade, stand in it, and then spawn in with the same loadout again, and you know you have 2 new rockets with the XM53, or 4 if you've got the black cell. So just a quick way to get ammo if you're trying to get down streaks as quickly as possible, because sometimes this can be time consuming. So if you let any streaks go without killing them, obviously it's going to take long, not killing them, but destroying them, then it's going to obviously take longer for you, and it's not going to be a good thing for you. So just a little heads up. Now for the perks, this is the important part. So perk 1, it doesn't really matter what you go for as much. You know, maybe you might want to go for something like Afterburner in case there are score streaks on the other side of the map you need to get. But general, there's nothing really that you need in perk 1. Perk 2 is, again, you don't really need anything. The only thing probably is fast hands. You can switch more quickly between your launcher and your normal weapon. That's the only thing I can really think of. And perk 3 is the really important part. This is Engineer. And oh, actually, sorry, let's talk about perk 2 really quickly. So if you don't want to go for fast hands, a much better one is Scavenger. So the reason why Scavenger is important is because if you kill any enemies and you've used up all your RPGs and you need new ones, if you run over their bodies, they'll have little ammo packs, and you pick those up, they'll actually be RPGs that you can actually feed back into your weapon, obviously, without having to kill yourself to get new ammo. So that's a good way. Definitely Scavenger or fast hands, maybe even both if you guys want that. And perk 3 is probably one of the most important though. That's Engineer. You can obviously see enemy score streaks, or actually show them up red and it'll outline them in red. So any HCXDs, you can see where they are. All score streaks really, you know, anything in the sky will actually outline in red. And obviously, so it's very, very useful, and you definitely need that one, I'd say. Now the main score streaks you're going to be going for especially in this playlist, most others I'd assume as well, is the UAV. That's the one that always comes up. Loads of enemies, you know, use it, and it's just one of the things that you have to get ready to take down very quickly. They probably last for about, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe more, I'm not even sure. But as soon as you see a score streak, don't wait, take it down as soon as possible, because one, it might go away, but two, your friendlies might take it down for you, so you got to be careful with that. Now the other score streaks that are good generally is when care packages are coming in. There'll be this big ship that comes in to drop it in, so quickly lock on and shoot the big ship before it flies in and drops the care package, and that will be another way to quickly destroy score streaks. And counter UAV is another great one as well. That is probably the second most common thing that you'll be shooting down from the sky, you know, behind UAVs. So UAVs and counter UAVs are mainly the things that you're going to be coming across in the sky, and they'll get you a ton of these. They'll be the majority of what you'll shoot down to get towards these camos. And occasionally you'll have some Guardians to take down. I think Guardians and Sentry Guns take 2 hits, and the Cerberus takes a few as well, I think. And then obviously the what's the other one? The Talon, that will take 1 hit. So those will be some that you take down as well. So maybe account for maybe 10-20%, but the majority will be your UAVs and your counter UAVs and care package ships that come in. Now you've got to be careful, because obviously with the Black Cell you have to lock on, but with the XM53 do not fire before you've locked on, because sometimes, or most of the time, you actually miss. So you need to make sure you've actually properly locked on and be as quickly as possible to take these things down, and that's going to be useful. So like I said, don't help the enemies too much, but don't help your friendlies too much. You need to kind of stay neutral, but slightly biased towards enemies to help them out a little bit more. Give them a little nudge so they can earn score streaks easier and actually, you know, kind of get you these camos as fast as possible. This is a really quick method. Now, this is a really important point. When you're going for score streaks, don't really bother with UMV. The only score streak I'd say you'd actually need yourself to call in is the care package. And the reason for that is they give you score streaks, right? So what you can do is you can get your care package, but call it in on the enemy side. Make sure it's the enemy side. Sometimes it's very difficult because the spawn switch. So don't do it if you think the enemy's been spawning it in one area for a long time, because it'll probably switch. Just make sure, if you're pretty confident that enemies will still be spawning there, call in the care package, they'll call it in, they'll use it, and you can just shoot it down. Obviously depending on what it is, but generally it'll be a UAV or an HGXD or a counter UAV, maybe even, I don't know, like a Cerberus or a Dart, something like that. So definitely, you know, that's another really good way to increase the amount of score streaks the enemies are getting to shoot them down. So I hope this has helped you. It probably, I would definitely think it would have done. If it has, I'd like to be awesome. And let me guys know if there's anything you're stuck on. That's most of the launchers we've just got to go through. We'll talk about next video. I'll probably talk about infantry kills, and you know, that's shooting people directly, and also destroying 5 streaks in one game, and destroying 2 streaks rapidly, and then finally 5 Talons or Cerberuses you have to kill, as well as 10 turrets that could be Guardians, hardened sentries, or power cells. So that'll be all next time. Make sure you go and check that out. If you want to check out the diamond camo video, I did that recently to show that off, so make sure you go and check that out. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on another video very soon.